Hi, it's Dale from Reidys here. We're at the Taylor booth at NAMM 2020. I'm just with Rich, and he's going to show us through a very special new guitar with a little feature that you might not have seen before. So,
yeah, hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good?
Thanks for having me. So the idea of this guitar is this is the new Taylor Grand Symphony. We did the Grand Symphony years ago, but Andy wanted to come back with it now. If we look back in time a little bit, you know, when we redid the Grand Auditorium with V-Class, V-bracing, it increased the capacity of that guitar where it almost was encroaching into the sound of the old Grand Symphony.
Yeah.
So now, with the new Grand Symphony, we needed to do something extra special and extra different. So the idea of the original Grand Symphony was a bigger, bold strumming guitar. The guitar that people would want to have if they were just in their room strumming, they wanted a big sound.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in order to do that, we had to increase the lung capacity. Think about a singer. Mm-hmm. You know, the larger the lung capacity they have, and they hit a note, it's more powerful. Yeah. And when you hit the note, it lasts longer. So the whole idea here is more air, and then with this new Soundport here, this is at a specific angle, and it's also in a location here. It's very specific that it's here, not up here, not over here, in order to create almost like a three-dimensional effect. You know, if the guitar is called a Grand Symphony, it should act like a symphony, all right? And the guitar responds very well with a light touch. You don't have to hit it hard, although you can. It has the capacity. You don't have to. The guitar itself breathes very easily. And there's a couple of things that listeners might not know about this, is that this has a shorter scale than the previous one. This has a 24 7/8 inch scale. I don't know what that is in millimeters or in metric system, but it's like, think of it as about an 1/8 inch longer than a Gibson Les Paul.
Okay.
All right, it's a shorter scale.
Yeah.
Also, in the old Grand Symphony, we used a medium gauge string. This is a light gauge string. Okay. So the touch sensitivity is better. So let's just kind of listen to it a little bit here. And if we just do nothing that's hard, just easy chords. The chords just develop.
It's almost like a stereo effect there, because it's difficult to hear out.
You're not going to hear it through the microphone. You're not going to hear it in a noisy room, but it is almost three-dimensional. Yeah. Now, when we're up here, I can almost hear things happening around here, and that's that Soundport becomes very intriguing. All right. So, is this the guitar you would want to use in a rock band in a loud stage? No.
Probably not.
But if I'm playing with somebody that has a Steinway piano, this is exactly the guitar that I want to do. So you have to remember the short scale, the lighter strings, the Soundport idea, and letting the notes develop. Even fingerstyle becomes if I just kind of... There's no warbling of notes. Yeah. They're not getting in the way of each other.
Very clear, isn't it?
And that's V-Class.
Yeah,
so none of this would be possible without V-Class. Mm-hmm. We couldn't do this. So the new Grand Symphony comes in two versions. This is the 800 series version that has rosewood, and then we also have a Koa version. That's behind us, yes. And that's this guitar right here. This one, however, is a builder's edition. This one is not a builder's edition. So what this one has is a satin finish. This is a gloss finish. This has a little bit more chamfered edges around here and here and around here and here, where this one does not do that. But if you're looking for a pretty guitar, this is going to sound a little bit more compressed. Does that word... Okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit more compressed than this one. If you and I are playing together... I would want, if you have this
is like
one,
a rhythm player.
this would be your rhythm guitar, and this would be your lead type guitar. Okay.
Awesome.
All
Well,
right.
I love the sound of these. It's good to hear it in a quiet room. I can't tell you how different that is to being out there in the noise.
Yeah, well, it's great to talk to people from across the pond.
Yeah,
This is fun.
It's good to be across the other side of the pond as well.
I bet.
So if you need any help with these guitars, if you want some more information, we are a Taylor Premier dealer. We have a huge room of like 60 guitars up in
awesome.
Blackburn in the UK.
Can I visit?
Yeah, of course. We'll have you. You can stay in there and demo them all day.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, so there'll be info in the description. You can buy these guitars, or if you need some more info, you need some extra videos or photos, just let us know and we'll sort you out.